My name is Greg Smith. I'm a third generation member of High Street Church. My parents were members of High Street Church, and my grandparents were members of High Street Church. So I was exposed to religious concepts at a very early age, and that, I suppose, influenced me a great deal. I grew up in an era when test patterns on TV were the norm. We didn't have 24/7 TV programs, and duck and cover programs were the norm in school. It was a different era. When I grew up, I was intrigued by science, how things worked, how things functioned. I was intrigued by the space program. The moon exploration program was just getting into full swing, and I watched every space launch. I was intrigued by the way that the planets functioned and how they worked. I don't remember exactly when I made the decision, but I came to the conclusion at some point when I was a teenager that it made no sense, given the fact that all of this was so orderly and so regular, that this just happened by chance. It made sense to me that there had to be a plan behind all of this. And whether you call it intelligent design or whatever, I came to the conclusion that there had to be some being, someone behind all of this that made a plan, that had a design for this. And I came to the conclusion that there was definitely a God. Even if you have a scientific explanation for all of this, if you take to heart the words in the Bible, in the beginning, in the very beginning, you go back to the start of things, there had to be a God. And I don't change my mind. I have never changed my mind. I see no conflict at all between science and religion. There has to be a God. There had to be someone, a God, in charge of everything at the very start of everything. And I've never changed my mind, and to this day, I still believe that. Now, I don't think that you can believe in God and not go to church. I think that we have to have that support group. I think that the fact is that Sunday is the first day of the week, and there are so many distractions in our lives today because we lead such busy lives, and there are so many things that draw us away from from God and the church, that we need to have something. We need to have that support group to keep us on that path. And so we need to have something each week to prepare us to go out into the world and to deal with our everyday lives. And that's what church does. Remember that we are the church, not the building. We can worship in a barn, we can worship in a parking lot, or we can worship in a cathedral. It's not the building, it's the people. And so coming to worship every week is important to us. And it is simply important that we be with others who also believe in God. Now, the question also comes up, why High Street Church? And I think, for me at least, it's partially because I was raised in this church. As I said, I'm a third-generation member. My daughter is a fourth-generation member, and my grandson will be a fifth-generation member. So that's partly it, but it's more than that, because I think that we have tremendous opportunities as a church right here in Muncie. We are located right in the middle of a large mission field. We have tremendous opportunities right here in Muncie to serve the community, if we will only do so. We have to turn our attention outward. We have to look around us in order to see what opportunities are available to serve others and to create disciples. There are people here in Muncie that are hurting, and we need to recognize that and to develop opportunities to help these people. We've got programs in place right now, and we can develop more programs to help people. And that's what Christ wants us to do. We don't need to simply sit here. We need to go outward and help people. We may lead busy lives, but we need to recognize that our purpose is to serve others. And I'm excited at these opportunities. And that's why High Street Church is here. We need to take advantage of those opportunities. And I hope that we can all do that.